So Danielle, do you think buyers need to wait until everything is stable when they're looking to buy a house?
I don't feel like anyone is stable. I'm not stable. Speak for myself. If you are waiting to be stable to do literally anything,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
can relate to
today we're gonna get a little more deeper into how you feel, where you should be in your process, in your divorce process, in your life transition, whether you feel like it's the right time, the wrong time, or whether you're indifferent, how we both feel and how we can help you. I'm Danielle Waldera, a realtor here in Harford County, Maryland, and we're gonna dig into this today.
Hi guys, I am Glowacki with Direct Mortgage Loans. I'm here with Danielle, and today we are going to talk about myths that clients feel about buying during a time of transition or major life events. So what do you think the biggest myth that you hear from people that are going through a life transition, whether it's divorce, job change, death of a family member, anything major like that? What's the biggest myth you think you hear?
I'm sure you hear this all the time, and it is, I can't afford this.
Yeah.
It is, I'm losing half of my income.
Yep.
Right? So I've decided we're getting a divorce, which means inevitably my income is changing.
Yeah.
It might not necessarily mean that you're losing half, but it means that your income is changing.
Yeah.
So when things are shifting, your immediate thought is, I can't afford this. But at least here in the DMV area, if you look at rental prices, you need new housing, right?
Yeah,
So like if you're in a position where you need new housing regardless, right? So you've decided the house is being sold, you've decided you're splitting equity, you've decided this house you are not going to live in anymore, right? For one reason or another, you need new housing.
Yeah.
Our rental prices around here are creeping up almost towards $3,000 a month.
Amazing.
For anything that you would want to live in.
Absolutely.
That you'd be happy living in. And in a desirable location. So if you're thinking, I can't afford it, the first thing I'm going to say is talk to Corey, because I think you might be surprised at what type of programs might be able to help you. Or can we dig into other 401ks or old money that you might have sitting around that you forgot about?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're getting money through the divorce process or through your equity that we can work with, and we can make something work that will work for your budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. How should someone think about emotional timing versus the financials of it?
Yeah, so I think both of those topics are equally as important, but they don't always align with each other. So that can sometimes be the challenge. So sometimes financially, someone might qualify for a $500,000 loan, but are they comfortable taking on that payment? Are they comfortable with the down payment that would be required to purchase that home? So I think trying to get those two things to line up. And then sometimes on the flip side, people have unrealistic expectations, and they, might be having to downsize based on a divorce or the death of a family member or a job change or whatever the case may be, but they don't want a lesser house or they don't want a smaller property. And so, they want what they're leaving, but they may not be able to qualify for that based on, whatever life change is happening. So I think part of what I do is try to work through the reality of it and the emotion of it, and then try to find sort of like a middle ground and try to find something that'll work to satisfy both of those things.
For sure.
Do you often feel like in a life change, people feel like they need to have everything figured out before they buy a house?
Yes, because that is humans.
Yeah.
That is human nature. Every single human I've ever met on this planet wants to feel like they have it all figured out.
Yeah.
Like they've written down the pros and the cons, or at least they've gone through it in their head and they know exactly what to do, when to do it, why to do it, where to do it.
Yeah.
But also, especially when you're in a time of a life shift, you need to give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
You need to understand that like during this process, it's okay not to have everything figured out. And it's also okay to know that this next step or this next house may not be a forever home for you. This home may be the best stepping stone that you've ever had to launch yourself into your next chapter and your new life and your new beginning. And that's important to give yourself that grace and that autonomy to know that You're not downsizing. You're not downgrading.
Yeah.
You know, you're not downgrading your life or your house. You are, no matter what, upgrading.
Yeah.
Because you're upgrading how you feel. You're upgrading your personal life. It doesn't matter if you're going from a mansion to a condo. Good for you.
Yeah.
And if someone has the audacity to tell you that you should be ashamed of that, F them.
Yeah.
Like,
Kick them to the curb.
Kick them to the curb.
Yeah.
They're not your people. They're not your people.
Absolutely. I mean, I personally, just having gone through a divorce, and I bought my house 5 years ago, and for the last 5 years, I've been doing everything financially on my own, and I'm still figuring it out. So I tell my clients that, like, listen, there are still days where I'm like, how am I going to do this? Or why did I set myself up this way? But we can do hard things.
Do hard things.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think absolutely that's a good point. What do you think people are most afraid of during a move or during a life change?
I think they're afraid, in my experience, of how other people are going to view the decisions they're making.
Oh,
which is such a shame, right?
Yeah.
They're afraid that going from that house to that condo, even though people didn't say it, they're going to be like, oh, that's a shame that you had to do that. When you're looking for like some support.
Good vibes.
Yeah, you're looking to be like, I did this on my own, with my own money, in this time. I feel good about it.
Absolutely.
And they're afraid that people are going to be like, oh man, that sucks for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't. And you need support. And again, I say if people talk to you like that, they're not your people.
Yeah.
Everyone in this world is going through something different. And no one should make anyone feel like whatever they're going through is less than, or they should feel shame about.
Yeah.
Or they should feel like they're not doing good enough. Wherever you are, and you should be proud of that.
Yeah, and I think when you're going through a life change too, you top grade your sphere and your circle too, right? So sometimes that means out with the old, in with the new, and I want people around me that are supporting me and here next to me on this journey.
It's a great time for a healthy life purge.
Yes, I love it. Well, I know we're working together on a client success story right now, but I guess, do you have any specific stories you want to chat through, or any like success stories of clients that have gone through a major life change that you've helped transition?
Most of my clients going through a major life change, this isn't necessarily a story, but more of like what I want them to see and what I want me to provide to them is that reassurance.
Yeah.
Is, hey, we're going from this neighborhood to this neighborhood.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that this neighborhood is less than. What this means is that I'm going to make you feel good about this decision. I'm going to make you feel empowered. I'm going to make you feel like this is everything that you should want and need going into your next chapter. And I want everyone's story to be that way. I don't want any one person's story to feel like it wasn't a good decision for them.
Yeah. What do you usually tell someone that feels stuck or unsure?
Well, we're going to do this one together.
Yeah.
Because I tell people you don't know what you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So when they're feeling like, when they're getting the feels, which happens every time, it doesn't matter if you've gone through a divorce or not, buying a house is scary, right?
Absolutely.
So at some point during the process, you get your feels, right? You don't know what you don't know, and you've never lived in this house before.
Yeah.
And you've never lived on this street before, and you've never had this commute before. So all that seems scary, but give yourself the opportunity.
Yeah.
Give yourself the opportunity to take on this and enjoy it and love your new commute. Even if it's 10 minutes extra, that's 10 minutes you can bop to your favorite song and not have to listen to your kids in the night. Like, great. That sounds great for you. So you don't know what you don't know. So give yourself grace to know that the unknown is scary, but it's not bad.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And then I would also just say, like, use us, use your friends, use your family as resources, lean on people, ask the questions. And I will often, for my clients, like, take my lender hat off and put my girlfriend hat on and just like, hey, listen, like, here's how it went for me, and here's how I felt, and here's where I struggled, and here's what worked for me. So let's talk through that. And it might have nothing to do with your loan or your home buying process, but I can still be, a resource and a support system for you. So
I literally use those words.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you say that. I literally say, I'm going to take my realtor hat off for a minute.
Yeah.
And like, I'm just going to put my friend hat on.
Off the record. Yeah.
Off the record. And just be like, you got this.
Yeah.
Like, this is okay.
Yeah.
Because it's just as much my job to get you out of a bad situation as it is to get you into a good one.
Yeah.
And if I felt truly like this was a bad situation, I would, within my legal parameters, tell you.
Absolutely.
Within my ethical and moral parameters, I'd be like,
red flag,
red flag, So today we had the opportunity to talk to you all a lot about timing, being in your situation, when is the right time, when is the wrong time, how you should feel about that. So I hope you all at the very least feel empowered and feel like you should give yourself grace. You should give yourself the love that you deserve. And if you liked what you saw today, please like, subscribe, comment, and stay around for the next video.
Yes, remember, we can do hard things.
Do hard things.